Hey, welcome back to Marathon, Wisconsin, where we have our third game of the triangular, so to speak. Finishing up the day will be the Marathon Red Raiders taking on the visiting Wasa East Lumberjacks. As far as today goes, Marathon was victorious over Edgar the first game, and then Wasa East defeated Edgar the second game. So they're both 1-1 coming into this. And starting lineups, apologies for being a little late here. You're watching Marathon Girls Softball here on Zaleski Sports. Rounding out for Wasa East, starting pitcher for Wasa East is, if we get this right, is Werner. She's on the mound right now. And Tristan Young leading off for East. So you're not late. It's top of the first. 0-0. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tristan Young, the leadoff hitter for Wasa East. Takes a called third strike for the first out. It's going to be a little bit different sitting back and watching balls and strikes because we've got a bigger ump in front of us now. A little bit different position to watch. Werner on the mound. Oh, hit well. Going back. Still going back. Touch them all. Boy, Burnt for East unloads on that one for a round tripper. Home run by Burnt. The catch for Wasa East. And they take a 1-0 lead. You like to see that happen because when they come around the bases, they're all smiles. So Werner gives up a home run. East takes a 1-0 lead. We're still in the top of the first here. Number Cushman, the third baseman for Wasa East, will now be at the plate. Werner on the mound. Strike. One thing we noticed in girls softball on the infield, that they're wearing those masks. A lot of girls like to wear those protection masks, and it's really, really hard to see faces, and sometimes if we can't see their numbers, we don't know who's playing where. So we'll get that to you. A grounder to third. Sauber picks it up. Guns are down for the second out. So Cushman goes down 5-3 for the second out. The center fielder, Berger for East. Popped up. Out of play. Landed right on the foul line and then had a little backspin and went off to the side. So I take that back. At third base for Marathon is Pajesic. She pitched the first game. Now she's at third. Werner with another strike. So we have Sauber as a catcher. Pajesic, I think, is at first. Staus is the short. Yeah, Pajeski is the third baseman. 1-2. Evens up at 2-2. Staus is the shortstop for the Raiders. Sapinski, the second baseman. Hit up the middle. Picked up and bobbled by Staus. She had a good play. She had to go in the hole a little towards second base. Bobbled it on the pickup. And Berger reaches on a single. So 2 down, runner on first. Werner looks at the signs at her wrist. Coach yells in a number. She checks to see what that is. Nice pitch, way in front. Sapinski at first. Pashek the first baseman. Chapinski at second, I'm sorry. Hit to the shortstop. Oh, that was tough for Stowles. Hit right at her, and it took a bounce and just ate her up. Kind of self-defense on that one. Bodner. On base with a single. Berger moves to second. Clues now at bat. Clues the second baseman for Wasa East. Two outs. Got a piece of it. Count goes 0-2. Said Werner's a pitcher for Marathon. Helke is out in left field. Skripchek is in right field. And Carlin is in center. One and two. Even though at 2. East before today had played a doubleheader up in the Dome before their spring breaks. So they had 2 games in. Hit to the short. Over to second for the force out. Carlin to Sapinski for the force out at second. And Marathon gets out of it by giving up a run. Burton takes one deep into the right center stands. It's 1-0 East going into the bottom of the first. We'll be back after these announcements.
At People's State Bank, community is reflected in everything we do. So when you bank with People's, you help support local charities and businesses, help new homeowners establish roots, and create stronger communities to live and thrive in. It's a uniquely People's approach that's always paying dividends. And a pretty good reason to make our community yours too. Visit us at bankpeoples.com.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
Chuck Wolfel back here at Marathon Park, Veterans Park here in Marathon, Wisconsin, where Marathon is taking on the Wasa East Lumberjacks, another Marywood Conference versus Wisconsin Valley Conference matchup. On the mound for Wasa East, number 1 is Majewski. Leading off for the Red Raiders of Marathon, the third baseman, Majewski. 1-0, bottom of 1. Raiders coming to bat. Down the third baseline, a shot. She'll get on, boy. That was a tough play. Cushman really didn't have a chance at that one. She did all she could to keep it in front of her and keep her to a single. Podjeski gets on with a base hit. Now at bat, Selber, the catcher. Takes one to right field. Right fielder going back. Makes the grab, gets it back in. One down. That brings up Pashak, the first baseman. One out. Runner on first. Smashed on third base line. What a catch. Oh, had a chance to double her off first. She gets back. Oh, Cushman has made two nice defensive plays. That was a smash down the third base line. She caught it, tried to double up Podjeski. A good throw, and Podjeski was dead. Dead meat. But the throw was high. She was able to get back. 2 outs. Staus up the bat. Hit in the air to center. Got it played and makes the play. So Staus flies out to deep center. And after one complete inning, it's Wasa East 1 and the Marathon Red Raiders 0. We'll be back for our next announcement.
Too many people struggle with pain and injuries. At Mark's Chiropractic of Marathon, our goal is to get you back to doing the things you love. Whether you're looking for an adjustment, muscle work, laser therapy, or dry needling, we have you covered. Learn more by reaching out to Mark's Chiropractic on Main Street in Marathon, or check out our website at marathonchiropractor.com.
Chuck Wolfel back here in Marathon, where the Wasa East Lumberjacks have taken a 1-0 lead over the Marathon Red Raiders. Through one inning, top of second. Been a long day in the diamond here. With Stanky making his way across the infield, taking him a while. Good to see the coach hustling. What an example. So leading off for Wasa East, the center fielder who ended the inning last for Wasa East with a catch in center field. It's to number 5, the center fielder. On 1. One. Nice block. Nice pitch. Even the count up at 2-2 on Smyrna, center fielder. Werner on the mound for Marathon. Both teams have beaten Edgar so far today. Hit deep to left field, going back, off the glove. Helke tried to make a nice catch. On the run, off her glove, and Smyrna lines up with second with a double. That ball just kept carrying, and Helke had a beat on it, and she was running out with her glove up, and it hit her glove, and she almost had a chance to catch it the second time. Got it back in. Smyrna with a stand-up double. Seawald, the right fielder, now batting. No outs. Ground up the middle, past Werner to second base. Sapinski makes the play. And Sewell's retired. 4-3. That brings up the pitcher, Majewski. In the meantime now, Smyrna ends up going to third. Runner on third with one out. One, foul ball. Sometimes that loose sand in front of the batter's box, that bunt gets down there and it just deadens it. Doesn't get a chance to roll. Right back up the middle. Werner got it. She bobbled it on the first little hop and couldn't quite get it over there in time. And Majewski, being a batting from the left hand, has got that extra foot and a half or so head start being a left-hander. And she was able to beat it out. For an infield single, Smyrna had to stay at third. Young, the shortstop, now batting. One out. Hit right back up the middle, right up center field, all the way to the fence. Smyrna comes around to score. Majewski coming around. Throw at third for Young. She is in there. Majewski comes all the way around to score. Smyrna comes around to score. Young with a sliding trip ball. She hit it right up the middle in that right center gap and rolled all the way to the fence. East takes a 3-0 lead. Tuno. Three and 0. Drew a walk. Brandt draws a walk. Brings up Koosman. I know they're pretty careful with Burnt. She had a 2-run homer. A solo shot in the first inning. That brings up Koosman, who grounded out to third her first time up. Runners on first and third. Young with a triple, brought in 2. Koosman, the third baseman for East. Runner goes down to second, no throw. Second and third. That's almost a given every time. Person on third, get a good lead. Run down to second. If they throw it, usually the person on third's got a good chance of getting in. Down to third base line, foul. And Young on third, that's exactly why you lead off in foul territory. That shot comes down the third base line, it hits you. You're in foul territory, you're okay. 1-1, 1 out. Top of 2. Three and one. In the dirt, ball 4. Two walks in a row for Werner. Sauber goes out there to settle her down. Now at bat, the center fielder, Berger. Bases loaded, 1 out for East. Two and 0. Infield's in, cut down the run at the plate. She needed that one, give her some confidence. 2 and 1. Nowhere to put her. Gotta go after her. There, nice change up. She was taken all the way. Full count. Fall back. Remains full. Ball 4, low. Young comes in from third. Everyone moves over 1. Berger. That brings up Bodner, the first baseman. 4-0 East. Top of 2. 1 out. Berger struggling finding the strike zone. Three walks this inning. past Salber. Coming in to score is Burnt. Runners move up one. Second and third. 2-0. Two and 0. Bonner takes first on the ball. Fourth walk in a row for Werner. Coach Fredrickson calls him out. You feel bad for the kids because you can't say we'll throw strikes. They're trying to throw strikes. Form-wise, technical-wise, they're off just a little bit. Maybe their release point's off. Their placement's off. But it's 5-0, top of second. One out. Werner's going to stay in there. For East, second baseman, Clues. There we go. You always want a kid to have success after they're struggling. Give her some confidence for Werner. 1-1. There, went down low to get it. Foul ball. Good. If that had remained fair, we would have had Marathon would have had a force at third. 0-2. In the dirt. 1-2. Bases loaded. For East, still one out. Evens up the count at 2. Popped up the left field. Helke coming in, makes the play, runner tags. Throw comes into third. No one backed it up. Overthrow and runners advance. Problem with that, you overthrow. Fundamental mistake, you overthrow the third baseman and the runners advance. Got to hit the cutoff. That's what they're there for. East pushes another one across. Makes it 6-0 East, top of second. At bat, Smyrda for the second time this inning. Takes a strike. One. 2 outs. Two and one. As a hitter, you don't like to see pitchers struggle a lot either because you want to get up there and swing the bat. They'd rather be swinging than taking walks. Ball 4. That's the 5th walk this inning by Werner. Now at bat, Sewell, the right fielder. Base is still loaded, 2 out. Popped up, out of play. On 1. One and one. You don't like seeing kids struggle this much. Not because of lack of effort. If you're East, you don't mind it. But if you're Marathon, you hope for the best. 3 and 1. And early in a season like this, sometimes you gotta let that pitcher work their way through it. You know, you always tell kids you gotta learn from adversity. Well, how do you handle adversity? Right now, Werner's going through a lot of adversity. Well, how does she handle it? Is she being mentally tough? Walks in another. Time blue. 6th walk this inning. Coach Fredrickson decides to make a pitching change. Let's see who he's bringing in here. I know, but this being the first time I've done this, I really appreciate Caden and Ray's help today. They've been a big help on the audios and the commercials and the computers that I know nothing about. So thank you guys very much for doing this. Appreciate it very much. At least it's warm out, right? So a new pitcher coming in for Marathon, I believe, if I look at the numbers right, Schneider, who was the DH, is now moving in as pitcher. And let's see, I'm sure there'll be some other movement. Give the freshmen a chance to see what they've got. East and Wisconsin Valley Conference, primarily Division I and Division II schools. East being a Division II, Merrill Division II. I think most of the rest of them are all D1s. Marathon primarily Division 4 or 3 conference, I'm sorry. Or this year I think they went 5 divisions in softball, I wonder. Maven Schneider, freshman, in pitching now for Marathon. Ooh. That's the one you'd like to have if you're struggling. 2-0. There we go. 2-1. Bases are still loaded. 2 outs. East up 7-0. Top of second. Ball tip. Strike 2. Majewski singled her first time up. 1 for 1. Count goes full, 2 out. Nice pitch. Out of play along the third base line. Snyder seems to be dialed in. She's around the plate quite a bit. Not missing bad. Giving her defense a chance to field. Ball 4 to Majewski. That's a 7th walk. This inning for the Marathon pitchers, and brings the score to 8-0. Now batting Young, the shortstop. Good block by Salber. East batting around. Fall back, 1-1. East sending the 13th batter this inning to the plate. Two and 1. Popped up. It's going to drop behind second base. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. And 3 runs are in. Young with a bases clearing double. Emptied the bases for East. That was just a little blooper, but it blooped in the right place, so to speak. And they had 3 more runs. That makes it 11-0, top of second, East over Marathon. Still in the second inning. Down at the first base line, Hasek with the grab, and that retires the side. Burnt grounds out to the first baseman. And after inning and a half, it's 11-0 East. We'll be back after these announcements.
Here at Brickner Motors in Little Chicago, we'll help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it and the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles and competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
At Greater Insurance Service, you're more than just a number. You're an individual with unique needs, and that calls for an insurance policy that's unique to you. Call today for more information on auto, home, health, business, and much more. Let Greater Insurance Service work for you.
Chuck Wolfle back here at Marathon for today's game between East and Marathon Red Raiders. East has jumped all over the Red Raiders to a score of 11-0 in the bottom of the second, but what's killed the Red Raiders is walks. 6 walks that last inning. You throw in an error and a base hit bloop there, and they scored a lot of runs. Jump up 11-0 here. Let's see, they had 10 runs that last inning to put the lead where it is, and now East is going to try to work its way back in the game. Leading off for East will be Carlin, the center fielder. Still on the mound for East is Majewski. Carlin leading off for Marathon. In the bottom of the second. Ball tip. Strike one. Marathon had a base runner, Majewski, in the first inning on a walk. East retired the next 3 in a row. Nice eye. 2-1. If you're Coach Frederickson, all you're hoping for, just get a base runner here, a base runner there. They always say, keep the line moving. Gets down there. Hey, there we go. Over the shortstop's head, just out of the outstretched arms of Young. And Carlin starts it off with a single. Let's see what the second baseman Sapinski can do against Majewski. One and 0, no outs yet. Bottom second. Your Marathon, all you're thinking is base runners, base runners. Two and 0. Three and 0. There we go. If you're Marathon. For Marathon, it's nice to see the other pitcher struggling a little bit. Marathon pitcher struggled with 7 walks at the last inning. Had the take sign. 3-1. There we go, another walk. So Caden works the walk out of that.
I thought you were talking to me.
So we got runners on first and second for Marathon. No outs. And the pitcher, Schneider, now at bat. Tipped off the catcher. I like what the ump does. He knows the catcher got hit, so he goes out there and cleans a clean plate anyway, just to give the catcher a breather after they got hit. One. Runners on first and second for the Red Raiders. No outs. Count goes 2-1. Number off the end of the bat, goes to second base, and they get the force. That was a nice play. Goes 4-6 on the force. 1 out. And on that play, Carlin now goes to third, so we have runners on first and third on the corners. Script check. Now at bat, scores the bunt. Pulls up high, down the second goes Schneider without an attempt. Second and third, 1 out. By squaring the bunt, you pull that third baseman in, you cause him to rotate a little bit. Sometimes it's almost a gimme stolen base when you do that. Two and 0. Skripczak, a freshman. Popped up the left. Trouble. Oh, tagged. Coming in to score. Going to third is Schneider. So Skripczak flew out to left field, but she got Carlin in on the sacrifice fly. And Schneider tags and goes to third. And we got 2 outs. So it's 11-1 now. East over the Red Raiders. Now at bat, Werner. Two and 1 to Werner. 2 out. Werner back up the middle, gloved by Ieski, and throws Werner out. 1-3. And after 2 complete, the Red Raiders get on the board with a run. So it's 11-1. Wasa East Lumberjacks over the Medford Red Raiders. We'll be back after these announcements.
At Greater Insurance Service, you're more than just a number. You're an individual with unique needs, and that calls for an insurance policy that's unique to you. Call today for more information on auto, home, health, business, and much more. Let Greater Insurance Service work for you.
You should apply for an open opportunity at Marathon Cheese.
It's where you want to start your career. We have a lot of long-term commitment employees.
They work with you and it's great pay, great benefits. I choose to stay at Marathon Cheese because there's always an opportunity.
Marathon Cheese has worked really great for me and my family.
They donate money to different charities and different things that bring the community up.
There's an opportunity to grow in this company.
Working here at Marathon Cheese has given me a great work-life balance.
I wouldn't work anywhere else. I love working at Marathon Cheese.
Chuck Wolfel back here in Marathon for the triangular today between Marathon, Edgar, and Wasa East. Top of the 3 innings, Wasa East has put a lot of runs on the board to take 11-1 lead, led by a really bad inning by our Marathon pitchers. They offered 7 walks in the second inning. Marathon has come back to push a run across in the bottom of the second to make it 11-1. Leading off for East in the third will be the third baseman, Kushman. Kushman with a walk and a ground out, 0 for 1. Schneider in relief from pitching for Werner. Struggled early. Tuno. Goes 3-0 on Kuzman. Ball off. 3-1. when you're up 11-1, you probably give the batter the green light. You're probably going to get a really good pitch to hit. So that's why I think when you get these big leads, you see those kids, the good hitters, going after that pitch instead of in a close game maybe taking it. And ball 4. Kuzmin on first. Nobody out. Berger, center fielder, takes one right back up the middle into center field. Advances the runners. Carlin gets it back in. Hold the runner at second. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Bodner, the first baseman, pokes it foul. First and second, no out. Top of 3, East over the Raiders. Count goes 1-2 on Berger. I'm sorry, Bodner. One and two. Bodner with a ground out or force out to shortstop her first time up, and a walk and scored a run her second time up in the second. Nobody out, 2-2. Back up the middle of the shortstop. Force at second. Oh, Bodner. Bodner hits into the fielder's choice. Berger's forced out at second. One out with runners on the corner for Clues. Clues takes one to right field, just as the outstretched arm to Spinsky. Throw coming into third. And they got her. Nice relay. Nice job. That was really, really nice job by Skripjek, the right fielder. She got it into the cutoff. The cutoff went to third just like the coaches teach it. And they got her out at third. Clues goes to second on the throw, though. Kuzmin comes in to score. And Bodner. Oh, a number right up the middle. Just off the outstretched arms of Kapinski. And Clues comes in to score. That's the old standby, hit him where they ain't, and that's like a, I think I'll call a cue ball shot. 2 out. Smyrna with the single. Count goes 1-1 and Sewell. 2 outs. Score is now 13-1 East. Ball tip. 1-2. Staying alive. Gets her swinging. So Schneider gets Sewell down on strikes for the third out of the inning. And East extends its lead to 13-1 after 2.5. We'll be back after these following announcements here on Zaleski Sports. Thank you for watching.
From carpeting options to vinyl plank, Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique style. Transform your home from the ground up with Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business supports local artists, crafters, and families in our community.
The Rib River Ballroom is the perfect place to hold your next big event. They have the space and the beautiful facility for your next banquets, corporate meetings, weddings, and more. Visit their Facebook page or go to ribriver.com for a list of their upcoming winter events. In addition to being the ideal location for your next occasion, Rib River Ballroom also offers an incredible on-site or off-site catering service with customizable menu options. Located just outside of Marathon on Highway 29 and just 10 minutes from downtown Wausau.
Chuck Wolfel back here at Marathon Veterans Park, where East is taking a commanding lead over the Marathon Red Raiders. 13-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. Trying to get things started for the Red Raiders would be Pajeski, the third baseman. Gets a start, hits it in the hole deep. Young with the throw, not in time. So on the first pitch, Pajeski gets an infield single. Gets a base runner. Salber will now try to do something with it. Right down to the third baseman, hot shot. Oh, safe at second. She had a double pump. She made a nice stab. She made a double pump because the second baseman hadn't got there in time. And the double pump caused her to throw a little late. Going in hard was Pajeski. Salber on first. Pajeski on second. First and second, no out. Bottom of three. Pajeski now trying to advance him. Pajeski 0 for 1, lined out to the third baseman. Koosman, the first inning. Koosman's been a nice job at third base so far. Right up the center, it goes by Pajeski. Coming around to score, Pajeski. The throw home, not in time. Pajeski comes around to score. Salber being very smart, holding at second. Pajeski to first. Got the run in, nobody out. Runners on first and second. 13-2 now in the bottom of three. Now at bat, Staus. Keeps the line moving. Gets right up back to the pitcher. Trouble fielding it. Staus in time. There. Beats it in time. Staus with an infield single. Runners advance. That was hit between the pitcher and the third baseman. And Majewski just had it wasn't hit hard enough. She really had to hustle over there. And with Stoltz's speed, she's able to beat it out with an infield hit. So now we got bases loaded, no out for the Raiders. Now at bat, the center fielder, Carlin. Got a little rally going here for the Red Raiders. Let's see if they can keep it going. No outs. See if they can keep Majewski on the ropes. Getting a courtesy runner for the catcher. Coach Fredrickson explaining her what to do and what not to do. Anything on the ground, you got to go. Make a liner go through. Fly ball, you tag. On a pass ball, you better make sure you can make it. Carlin right now. Start off with a single. They were able to get her around and in. On one. Make her find the strike zone. Hit to the shortstop. Young coming home with a force. Not in time. What a great jump. I don't know who number 20 is for the Raiders. We don't have her number down, but had a great jump. She was off on the swing, and that allowed her to beat the throw-in from Young. The Red Raiders push across the run. Nobody out. Bases still loaded. The old adage, put the bat on the ball. Striking out doesn't do you much good, but you put a bat on the ball and a lot of things can happen. Hot shot down the third base line, coming home for the force. Oh, they called her safe. Nice house. They said she had pulled her foot off the bag. Oh. The throw was there in plenty of time. But what happened is that, assume that they pulled the runner, the catcher off the bag. Can honestly see it, can honestly say didn't see it, but he was right on top, and as soon as it happened, he called it. So it's bases remain loaded for the Raiders. Nobody out yet. Nice little rally going here. Schneider now at bat. Got stranded at third her first time up. Popped up in infield fly. Infield fly there. First out in the inning. Still bases loaded. 1 out. Script check. Now batting. Takes one down left field. Foul, out of play. She had a good rip on that one. The last at bat, she took it deep to left field also. She gets that bat around really quick. 0-1, 1 out. In the dirt, 1-1. Two and one. Three and one. I would imagine she's a pretty good hitter. She might have the green light if if it's there. Nowhere to put her. And there's ball 4. Bases remain loaded. 1 out here. Marathon has pushed across 4 runs to close that gap from 13-1 to 13-5. They're kind of doing what East did to them in the early innings. A lot of walks, a couple bloopers. Pass ball, runner coming in, and she's going to be safe. So Carlin with a hustle. Runners move up to second and third. 0-1. Sorry, 1-0. 1 out, 13-6. That was the second inning of Wasa East when they pushed across 10 runs, and it was all on 6 walks and a couple errors, and Marathon is turning the tables back on East. With 5 runs so far, and runners on second and third, 1 out. Werner at the plate. Takes it right back up the middle. Up the middle to go, and that sends in another run. Here comes the second run. Throw's not going to be there, and Werner brings in 2 with a base hit up the middle. Getting a change in here. They're flex. Flex is an extra runner or extra player. Uses a DH, will bat for the flex, and then he wants to bring the flex in. So it's still only 1 out. It's the 7th run this inning for East. They're coming right back in the game. Down 13-1, they battled back, and now it's 13-8. Well, Coach Frederickson had to change his directions. We just informed he couldn't make that substitution he wanted to. Now they're getting an extra runner in for Werner. Looks like Helke is coming in to run for Werner. And I'm not really familiar with the rules with that flex and the DH of who can come in for who, or once they enter, they cannot re-enter. But they figured it out. It's 1 out. Coming to bat is Pajeski for the second time this inning. Helke on first. Marathon has batted around this inning. 10th person to the plate. Boy, you would have thought it a couple innings ago, 13-1, East was cruising. They turned the tail into a base hit to left field. That's going to roll all the way to the fence by Pajeski. Here comes Helke. They're going to send her. Here she comes, cut it off, and Helke's going to score all the way from first. Pajeski with a double. A perfectly hit ball. That went right between the shortstop and third baseman and rolled all the way to the fence. We got a time here, and I think Coach Steinke is going to make a pitching change. We'll take a little commercial break here, and we'll be back in just a bit.
Bring the whole family out to Three Amigos Mexican Restaurant tonight and enjoy a menu filled with freshly made authentic Mexican options. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a great selection to keep you coming back again and again. Dine in for a fun Mexican restaurant experience or order for takeout or even delivery. There's Taco Tuesday, Friday Fish Fry, and a great lineup of cold drink options and so much more. It's all under one roof at Marathon's favorite Mexican restaurant, Three Amigos on Maratec Avenue. Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than AH Machine on Maratec Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. AH Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from AH Machine on Maratec Avenue in Marathon.
Chuck Oval back here in Marathon, where the tables have turned after East jumped out to a 13-1 lead, courtesy of 6 walks. Marathon has turned the tables right back. They jumped back into the game with 8 runs so far this inning, all on a couple nice hits, a couple walks were included there. And it's now 13-9 with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Marathon's got a runner on second. Pajeski. And Salber now at bat. Still only 1 out. That's slicing foul on right field. On the pitch for East was Bodner. She leaves the first base position to take the pitching spot. Jumped in front of Salber, 0-2. Oh, she tried with the change. Salber almost went for it. Two and 2. Just missed. Hit the shortstop, picks it up, and throws and gets Salber on the putout. So Young fields it. 6-3. 2 outs. Pashek now at bat. Trying to bring Pajesic home from third. 2 outs. Number off the hand of the bat, over to first, and unassisted for the 3rd out. So Pashek grounds out to the first baseman for the 3rd out, but the Red Raiders come storming back. Close it in 13-9 after 3, and we'll be back after these announcements.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
At People's State Bank, community is reflected in everything we do. So when you bank with People's, you help support local charities and businesses, help new homeowners establish roots, and create stronger communities to live and thrive in. It's a uniquely People's approach that's always paying dividends. And a pretty good reason to make our community yours too. Visit us at bankpeoples.com.
Chuckoval back here in Marathon, where the Marathon Red Raiders are taking on the Wasa East Lumberjacks in a girls softball game. Wisconsin Valley versus the Marywood Conference. Thank you for watching girls softball here on Zaleski Sports today. Nice day to be out here, and glad that Zaleski is coming over here, and we got our sponsors. Leading off for Wasa East will be Majewski, who started off pitching. And the ump is clarifying with Coach Fredrickson the position changes here. We're usually the last to know, so we got to kind of look to see where they go and go from there. So it's nice once we get their numbers down, we can kind of see where did number 1 go, where did number 2. They do have a defensive replacement, I see, for Marathon. And I think at third base now there is Felt is now the third baseman. So Majewski leading off here in the top of the 4th. Right back up the middle. South makes the play over to first. In time. One down. Young now up the bat. One out. Top of 4. Tuno on Young. Nice pitch. Way out in front of it. Goes 2-1. One out. There are some big-time substitutions and moves for the defense. On the ground, back to Schneider, over to first. Routine. Two down, first time. Now up the bat, Burnt. Looks like Sapinski has been moved to left. Helke's in center, I believe. And it looks like Kneck is maybe at second. Hard to tell. Batted up the middle, little blooper. Helke goes for it, misses it. Rolls to the fence. Burnt going into second with a stand-up double. Helke made a nice play on that. She came in hard and aggressive. And it just got underneath her glove, rolled to the fence. Courtesy runner now for Burnt, the catcher. 2 outs. Still top of 4. Kuzman now at the bat. Count goes 1-1. Down to first base, under her legs. Charging, here comes the runner in. Pinch runner in, and East gets a run back. That was just under Pashek's glove. Down out the right field. I don't know who the right fielder is, but she did get it in to hold her to a single, but the run did score. Ball gets passed. Koosman goes down to second on the pass ball. Berger at bat for East. Count goes 3-0, 2 out. Runner at second for East. Nice pitch. Take all the way. East has managed to put another run on the board this inning, 14-9. 2-1. Come through with a strike to make it full count. 2 down. Runner at second. On the ground is third. Under. Felt the run. Tell's trying to get the ball and get her out at third. But to no avail. So Berger gets on with an infield single. Kuzman goes to third. Still 2 out. Felt only had that play at first, so she had to go after it. And when she didn't, the runner goes down to second. Pretty much a given. Only play would have been at first, and it got underneath her glove. Now they have second and third, 2 out. Down to third, out again. Throw to first. Not in time, pulled her off the bag. Doesn't have quite the arm to get it over there as quick as she needed to that time. Berger goes to third. And Bodner gets an infield single. Clues up the bat. Pitch up. Popped up. Out of play. It hit a fan, I think. Okay, 0-1. 2 clues. 15-9. East has increased their lead again. 2 outs. Popped up, out of play again. Almost the same place. And no one can make the play. Out of errors. Oh, 2. Runner goes down to second. So that's pretty much a given no matter where you're going. That first and third, you can get that big jump, you're almost guaranteed second base. Late swing out of play, down the first base line. Count remains 1-2. 2-2. The way this game has gone, no lead is safe. It went 10-1. And it went 13, and then they closed with 13. A little popper over to second baseman's head. 1 run is in. They get it into the cutoff. 2 runs are in. A little blooper over to second baseman's head by Clues, and that brings in 2 more runs for East. So Berger and Bodner both score on the 2 RBI single by Clues, bringing up Smyrda for East. 2 down, 17-9, top of 4. Back up the middle, Schneider makes the grab, goes to first for the out. So, East tacks on 4 to their lead, makes it 17-9 over the Marathon Red Raiders. We'll be back after this announcement.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
Too many people struggle with pain and injuries. At Mark's Chiropractic of Marathon, our goal is to get you back to doing the things you love. Whether you're looking for an adjustment, muscle work, laser therapy, or dry needling, we have you covered. Learn more by reaching out to Mark's Chiropractic on Main Street in Marathon, or check out our website at marathonchiropractor.com.
Chuck Offel back here in Marathon, where today's game, Wasa East increases their lead to 17-9 over the Marathon Red Raiders. Thank you for watching Marathon and Wasa girls softball here on Zaleski Sports. Again, always appreciated, and thank you for your sponsorships. A swing and a miss by Staus to lead off the bottom of 4. Bonner on the mound for East. And Coach Steinke's made some defensive switches, but again, not having numbers, we'll try to get them to you. We don't know who's who. Tells second base, a bobble, not in time. You put the bat on the ball, good things happen. Majewski now at second, bobbled it. Couldn't quite regain the throw, and Staus hustling down the line, beats it out. I'd like to tell you who this is batting, but we don't have the number. 0-2. And again, we apologize for not knowing, but we don't have a roster in front of us, or we didn't get the full list of players from either coach. So, our apologies for that. But number 5 is battling. One and two. And a strikeout. Sapinski now at bat. Stouse at first after an infield single. Then we had a strikeout, and now Sapinski at bat. 17-9, 1 out. Runner goes down to second, the throw. Waiting for the, not in time. So Stouse steals second. Gets in scoring position. 1-0. The count. Popped up on the infield. First and second looking at, and the first baseman, Clues, makes the call for the second out. That brings up Schneider, the pitcher. Stouse at second with 2 out. Two and 0 now. Up the middle, shortstop Young with the play. Over to first to retire Schneider. So, after 4 complete, it still remains East 17, Marathon 9. Appreciate you watching girls softball here on Zaleski Sports, and we'll be back after the next announcement.
Here at Brickner Motors in Little Chicago, we'll help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it and the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles and competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
At Greater Insurance Service, you're more than just a number. You're an individual with unique needs, and that calls for an insurance policy that's unique to you. Call today for more information on auto, home, health, business, and much more. Let Greater Insurance Service work for you.
Chuck Wolfle back here in Marathon for the third game today here at Marathon Veterans Park. As we said before, the first game was between Marathon and Edgar, and Marathon won that one. The second game was between East and Edgar, and East won that one. Now the rubber match between East and Marathon, and East has kind of turned it into a runaway, leading 17-9 here in the top of the 5th inning. Leading off for East will be Sewell. Okay. Okay. Kosecki's giving me the number. We just go yes because we don't have a roster, and he could say any number he wants, and we'd agree with him. So number 9. So Snyder's still on the mound for the Red Raiders. He will at bat for the Lumberjacks. Schneider jumps out in front, 0-1. Out in front, jumps out, 0-2. Games with this, it's you know, it may be a long game, but what's really nice is games like this, you get a lot of your second teamers, your younger kids, at playing time, and that makes a big difference by the end of the year. Right back up the middle, Schneider makes the grab, underhands at the first for the first out. Majewski now at bat. kids only get better with playing time. And games like this early in the year allows a lot of those kids to get the playing time they need to develop. Little blooper over the shortstop's head. Majewski rounds first. You'll hit him where they ain't philosophy. Went with the pitch. It was outside. She just inside out swing. Got a base hit. Young now at bat for East. One out here in the top of 5. Tuno. Three and 0. Coach Steinke says it better be right down the middle. Ball 4. Majewski goes down to second. One out. Down the first base line. Fair ball. Steps on. Ooh, did they get her? Oh, they got her. Nice job. That was really nice. Play started out. Poshik. That was a nice play. Poshik. It hit down the line to Poshik, down to first. She steps on first, goes to second, and they get Young leaning off second towards third base, and they tag her out for the third out double play. So after 4.5, it's 17-9, East over Marathon. We'll be back after these announcements.
You should apply for an open opportunity at Marathon Cheese.
It's where you want to start your career. We have a lot of long-term commitment employees.
They work with you and it's great pay, great benefits. I choose to stay at Marathon Cheese because there's always an opportunity to...
Marathon Cheese has worked really great for me and my family.
They donate money to different charities and different things that bring the community up.
There's an opportunity to grow in this company.
Working here at Marathon Cheese has given me a great work-life balance.
I wouldn't work anywhere else. I love working at Marathon Cheese.
From carpeting options to vinyl plank, Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique style. Transform your home from the ground up with Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business supports local artists, crafters, and families in our community.
Chuck Offel back here at Marathon Veterans Park between girls softball game between Wasa East and Marathon Red Raiders. Bonder on the mound for Wasa East, leading off for the Red Raiders. Script check. The catcher. Want to know the start? The script check. Ducks out of the way. Sometimes it helps to be short. You don't have to duck that far. Count goes 2-1. Head to duck all the way again. Count goes 3-1 on script check. Inside. Script check draws a walk. That brings up Werner. She offered. It was close. Snap throw down the first. No. Waiting for script chip to call time. 0-2. Change up. Young unassisted to second, bounces it over to first for the double play. Nice play by Young. That was hit right to her. She went over and touched second. Kind of threw a little bounce pass over to first in time to get Werner at first. 2 down. The Felt now at bat. Behind 0-2. Oh, they tried to get her with a change, and they did. Nice pitch. So, after 5 complete, East still remains ahead, 17-9. We'll be back after these announcements.
The Rib River Ballroom is the perfect place to hold your next big event. They have the space and the beautiful facility for your next banquets, corporate meetings, weddings, and more. Visit their Facebook page or go to ribriver.com for a list of their upcoming winter events. In addition to being the ideal location for your next occasion, Rib River Ballroom also offers an incredible on-site or off-site catering service with customizable menu options. Located just outside of Marathon on Highway 29 and just 10 minutes from downtown Wausau.
Chuck Wolfel back here at Marathon for the third game of the day between the Marathon Red Raiders and the visiting Wasa East Lumberjacks. Thank you for watching WIAA Girls Softball here at Marathon on Zaleski Sports. Again, we always appreciate the viewership and the sponsorship. Marathon looking to kind of dent into that lead. And we have Schneider still on the mound for the Red Raiders. Leading off for the Lumberjacks is Kuzman. Here we go. Off the plate, 0-1. Popped up, right field, drifting back, and it drops in for a double. Kuzman going all the way to third, hoping for a triple, stand-up triple, the relay throw, not in time. Kuzman with a stand-up triple. That ball just kept drifting back on the right fielder. I don't have the person's name, who that is, but it just kept drifting back, and they kind of misjudged it. And Kuzman with her speed, stand-up triple. Nobody out. Berger now at bat. Knocked it foul. 0-1. It's been a really, really nice day here. Kind of windy. But where we are, we get behind the fence and it blocks the sun. And it's cold. We become kind of wimps. Oh, and our chocolate donuts probably refroze instead of melted before. Popped up behind us. Oh, and 2 on Berger. One and 2. Count evens at 2 and 2. We're in the top of the 6th here in Marathon. 17-9 East over Marathon. Tip back. Whoa. Tell it's getting late in the day. None of the 3 of us didn't even flinch on that one. We just kind of watched it go. Hit the fence and knocked over a suitcase. Count goes full. Going out to short, over to first, pulled her off the bag, safe. The run scores. She had time to get Berger, but the throw pulled her off the bag and a little high. And Pashek had to jump for it. 18-9. They increased their lead. No outs. Bodner. Now at bat. We got to keep checking the names and numbers here because with so many substitutions and replacements, sometimes we got to wait till we see a number before we can definitely tell you who it is or who it isn't. Popped up to right field, drifting back. One bounced the fence. Runner coming around third. They're going to send her. Throw home is not going to be in time. And Bonder with a stand-up double. Scores Berger from first. Still nobody out. So, I'm sorry. 19-9. Now at bat, Clues. Down the third base line, out of the glove. Runner advances to third. And Clues goes to first. Still nobody out. first. Did they get the force out at second? They did. So we had one out here, force at second. Smirner on base with a fielder's choice. Sewell now at bat. One out. Still 19-9. On one. Popped up behind us. 0-2. Twenty to 9. One out, 0-2. Knocked foul. Count stays 1-2. Nice pitch. Catches the corner. Sewell down on strikes. Majewski now up the bat, 2 outs. Schneider still on the mound for Marathon. Finds the strike zone. Goes ahead, 1-1. On 2 on Majewski. And there it is, strike 3 to get Schneider out of it. So we end the inning on a strikeout for Schneider. Now we go to the bottom of the 6th with East leading 29. Be back after these short announcements.
Bring the whole family out to Three Amigos Mexican Restaurant tonight and enjoy a menu filled with freshly made authentic Mexican options. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a great selection to keep you coming back again and again. Dine in for a fun Mexican restaurant experience or order for takeout or even delivery. There's Taco Tuesday, Friday Fish Fry, and a great lineup of cold drink options and so much more. It's all under one roof at Marathon's favorite Mexican restaurant, Three Amigos on Maratec Avenue. Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than AH Machine on Maratec Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. AH Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from AH Machine on Maratec Avenue in Marathon.
Chuck Cole back here at Marathon for the 6th inning. Bottom of 6th between Marathon and Wasa East. Leading off for Marathon is number 2. I believe that's Kneck. pops up to the first baseman. Yep. Again, we're kind of going by numbers that we think they are. We're not sure. Now it's just like Pashek. Now batting. Knocks it down to third baseman. Gloves it. Nice throw. Bounce pass. Oh, nice job. Pashek going to second on the overthrow. That was really a nice pickup by Kuzman. And you see a lot of times when they'll purposely throw it on the ground like that because the ball picks up speed once it bounces off the ground. And she had her at first, but the first baseman couldn't handle the bounce. Pashek goes to second on the throw. Stelz up the bat now for Marathon. 1 out. Three 3-0. Your coach Fredrickson has her the red light. Oh, she went a swinging. 3-1. Oh, 2-2, I'm sorry. Cone goes full. Strike, throw. Nice pitch. That was a really nice pitch. Stelz goes down on strikes. 2 down. Number 10 for Marathon. I don't really know who that is. Like I said, without a roster, we can't help you on this one. So, bottom of 6, 2 out for the Red Raiders. Bonner still on the mound for the Lumberjacks. Nice crowd today for all 3 games. It's nice having 3 local teams. Makes for a nice crowd for the girls. Nice environment to play ball. 0-1. To the shortstop Young, over to first, in time. And that is game. So, 10-run rule. Wasa East takes the last game of the day, 20-9 over the Marathon Red Raiders. Really nice game, nice day for softball. Girls did a really nice job. We'll be back after these short announcements.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-hull Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Like that.
Put that on your collar for us.
My lapel.
Yep.
Coach Frederickson, it was a tale of a couple different games today. And you look at your first game against Edgar, you kind of seem to have everything dialed in. How the girls, approach that game with Edgar.
Well, the game with Edgar, we had a nice victory last night, and I said, let's keep it rolling, play good D. We had phenomenal pitching. I mean, the pitcher did real well. I think she struck out 14. That always helps. And really, the less balls that are in play, the less chance to make mistakes, and the more confidence people get too, I think. Keeping people off base for free and all that. I think we only had 2 walks. So you got to earn your way on. It's tough.
And I look at it too, that's got to be a big advantage, that the Merriwood South victory. So it gets you a game up on Edgar. It gives you confidence going into that rest of the Merriwood South schedule.
Yeah, we're in first place right now. We'll relish it while we can.
That's right.
Merriwood South, and again, you think there's a better conference of our size schools out there, you're wrong. Because our conference is bar none. It's grueling. It's just grueling. It's a grind. And to get a win against a good team, they're tough. To get a win like we did today against them is just really nice.
Yeah, I thought
a really nice way to start.
But Jessica was really dialed in as a pitcher, the whole game. As a freshman, she really had things down.
Yeah, she's, what do they always say, older than her years or whatever. I mean, she'll be fun to be around here for the next few years.
Yeah,
So.
but if you look at it too, it's kind of like the tale of 2 games that. And then we came to the Wasa East game in that second inning where I think it was just brutal. Werner couldn't find the strike zone. I think there were 7-8 walks that inning, and you could just see she struggled. But sometimes early on like this, you don't mind kids struggling to see how they handle it or what they're made of, and give them time to figure things out.
Yeah, and she pitched last night, did real well. And then today she was off a little, and if you recall, before the walks, there was a couple of plays that probably could have or should have been made, weren't. And again, I just finished telling them, you got to get more than 3 outs. That's tough. 3 outs is tough enough. 4, 5, 6. I mean, that's especially this team hits the ball hard. I mean, it's hard to I mean, you know, every player is putting it in play with authority, and that's something we really don't see. We don't see batting like their team had. We see good hitters, you know, the top half of the order a lot, but 1 through 9, these guys are pretty solid.
Yeah, you can see that. They stacked it up, you know, especially when they played Edgar. How Edgar's 6, 7, 8, 9, they hardly had a hit the whole game. And the East was just mowing them down. Versus the East players, even 1 through 9, that's 4, 5, 6, and 7 were getting on base. But you had to be happy, you know, when you fell down 13-1, all of a sudden you started working your way back in. Pretty soon you had that 8, 9 in running in, and that's got to do something to their confidence.
Oh, it does, and that's stuff you build off. You know, it's one of those, you know, overall, hey, it was a good day. I got to see what I wanted to see. I got some questions answered. And I think it'll be good for the springboard to the rest of the season.
And like what you said there, you got the kids in. How do kids get better? They play. Yeah, and I think you accomplished all that.
You bet.
So, all right, congratulations,
all right.
Coach.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
All right, Derek, wheel on in here, buddy. Thanks, Coach.
Coach, thank you. How's it going, man?
Good, buddy. I got you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. There, lift your beard up, man.
We got to find a place underneath that 8-day beard that you grow there. They called it a razor once in a while too.
I trimmed her up for you.
Or just wash it off. Coach, thank you. You know, definitely, you came in here having your first outside games of the year. Did you like what you saw?
I did. You know, we've been in the gym for the last couple of weeks. It was beginning of the season. We got to get outside right away. You know, and kind of got a little tease. Went up and played a couple games in the dome just to get some experience, and then, you know, the snow kind of threw a wrench and everything. So getting out of the gym and actually getting to play on the field, you know, we made some mistakes, but it was how the girls responded to those mistakes is what I'm really proud of. So they didn't get down on themselves, and we rallied and picked each other up, and that's kind of what I'm looking for as a coach.
Yeah, and I look at someone like Tristan Young. I remember when I used to teach her, I remember having her in class. She's just a competitor on that mound.
Yeah.
She's like a dog. I mean, you could just see she was dialed in, and what she did to the bottom order of Edgar, she shut him down.
Yeah, and for her, it's more controlling that emotion and just making sure that, you know, we can't control what the strike zone is, but we can control, you know, not showing body language. And so she just, once she got through that, and I just said, just throw the ball in there and let the defense do the work. And this year she trusts our defense a lot more than she has, and I think that really has gone a long way for her.
I like when she hit that home run, I think it was like a 3-0 count or 3-1, she looked at you and you kind of smiled at her. Next thing you went, boom,
yeah,
over the fence.
She's got a lot of pop, and, you know, just getting her off to a hot start is good. She was in Mexico for our first couple games, so she didn't get to play up in the dome. So this was her first time playing this year, and just getting her off to a good start is kind of what we were after. So
that's kind of good. And then you look at the second game, Taylor, like the second inning, you came across with 10, 11 runs, and then Marathon answered back with 7, 8 of their own.
They did.
So,
you know, we talked about it before the game started, or before the day started, about there's going to be one of those innings that we just don't seem like we can get out of, and it's how you respond to that inning. And they came into I didn't have to say anything. Claire took over right when we got in there. It's like, look, hey, that's one inning. Let's go put some more up, show them what we can do. They get into that beast mode mentality and look out. And so it was nice to see them not looking down. There's no answers when you look down the dirt. There's answers when you look at your teammates, and each one of them picked each other up. So it was just a good day.
How are you guys thinking? You talk to Wisconsin Valley, and you always got Point.
Yep.
Who else? How do you think yourselves compare?
Point and Everest are going to be our tough two in the Valley. And I just, hey, West is 4-0 on the year right now. So, the Valley, they're tough. And I think with our bats and what we can do as a team, I'd like to say we're going to be 500. You're going to win a couple, lose a couple. We were supposed to have 2 Valley games this week, but with weather. Next week we're heading to Rapids, and then we got Merrill. So I'd like to start 2-0 in the Valley. And we're building on this momentum. Getting here this weekend and able to play some games in some situations going to help us in the long run getting to the Valley. But Valley's always tough.
Yeah, I agree. Who do you got for a guest here?
I got Miss Claire Cushman. She's one of our captains, third baseman. So.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Always good to see you.
Thanks, Coach.
Gonna clip it right on the collar. Okay. There you go.
Claire, have a seat. Boy, I was watching out there. I was going to call you the human vacuum.
No.
At third base, nothing gets past you. You were you're a magnet out there. I mean, you spent a lot of time working on your defense because, boy, it was impressive watching you play D out there.
Thank you. Yes, I do.
And do you do certain drills? Do you take pride in your defense?
I do. Hitting and defense are probably equal, but sometimes I just like the short hop, the feeling of like getting the ball and charging it and being able to dive, just the situations.
So that one play I watched, you kind of see in the major leagues when they purposely throw it on the ground because it kind of picks up speed when it bounces.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you did on purpose, or was that one was that
definitely not on purpose?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It just happened to look pretty good doing it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of neat. At the bat also, you did a nice job at the plate.
Thank you.
You put a lot of time in during the summer on the off season?
Yes, all year round.
So what other sports do you play at East?
I play volleyball and basketball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a 3-sport athlete.
Yeah.
It's good to see that kids are doing that 3-sport athlete instead of specializing and stuff like that. What year are you in school?
I'm a senior, so last ride.
On your last way out, so that's kind of good like that. It seems like you guys really meshed together too as a team.
Yeah, yes, we are coming together for sure. We definitely have a younger team. We graduated a lot of seniors last year, but we're just coming together and working together.
So now you're like the old lady on the team that everyone looks up to?
I feel like it, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, congratulations on a good victory, a good 2-day thing, and it's kind of nice. You only have to travel 8-9 miles to play some softball.
Exactly, it's like a 20-minute bus ride.
That's cool. Well, Claire, thank you, and
yes,
we appreciate you. Good job today, and best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yep. Hang on. Stay right there, Claire. Stay right there. Rayla's got something to tell you first.
Okay, you're just gonna say your name. I'm Claire, and last name, and just say that I'm in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, keep yours on mute. Yep.
Do I look at the camera?
Yep.
Okay. I'm Claire Cushman, and I'm in the house.
There you go. Perfect. All right, now you're out of here.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, this is Chuck Wolf signing off here at Zaleski Sports here. Appreciate all your sponsorships and things. And like I said, this is my first time doing it. And I really, without the help of these two, get over here. Without the help of these two, it made my job really, really easy. And, we all got sore buttitis for a long day, but it was a good day to be out here. And again, thanks. We really enjoyed it. And thank you guys for bailing me out and helping me out here. Appreciate that. All right. So again, thanks for all your support. Zaleski, thanks for doing this. And the sponsors, this doesn't work without sponsors. So again, if you can, attend those sponsors and always say thank you, because with them, you don't get to see your grandsons, your granddaughters play. You can listen to them on the radio, but you can't see them. So again, hope everyone has a great week, and we'll see you next time.